Man, I've been waiting for this part for like a week now. Coming out to the rides, got the SI right here, EX right here. Have not driven midnight. It's been like 2 weeks, guys, and I really hate myself for that. But she's down currently. Check engine light came back on. I'm gonna get into that in the video, and you probably saw the title. So today we're gonna be installing the new part. Got the Denso air fuel ratio O2 sensor. This is the upstream. Literally cried when I did it, but I dropped $104 on this from Rock Auto after shipping. Honestly, that's not bad considering O2 sensors for the K series are usually like upwards to $200. So I got a little lucky with that. Even Coben never sees, holy smokes. That thing looks super quality, guys. So to perform this job yourself, guys, to remove an O2 sensor from a Civic Si, or pretty much any car in general, some things you're gonna need are a jack. I have 2 jacks. Jack stand, some towels. This stuff is gonna make your life a lot easier than it is. O2 sensor, breaker bar. I have a ratchet with an extension. This is the special O2 sensor socket adapter that you're gonna need to really wrap around that. I have my mini mag torch. Hard to see the flame, but this will heat up an area if I need it to. And you wanna have a light. Alright guys, SI is all jacked up. Your boy's out of breath, I'm out of shape. Alright, so guys, before you go and disconnect anything, your negative battery is disconnected the terminal, because after you do this process anyways, you're gonna have to reset the ECU as well. So just make sure that's unplugged before you go and start unplugging anything on your SI. And is it tight under here? What's up guys, how you doing? I'm doing alright too. Yeah, you know what? I should have waited to do this to bring it to my grandfather's shop, but I was aching to get it done today, so I guess I gotta pay the consequences or suffer the consequences. So I'm gonna take you guys under here with me. So subframe right here, guys, if you're coming in from underneath the front of the car, I really wish I came in from that side. It would have been easier, but I kind of got a messed up setup. Anyways, if you follow your header or your stock catalytic converter down, you're gonna come up to this front O2 sensor right here. So that's the O2 sensor that's bad. And then you could see my harness, the connector is tucked in over here with some wires and stuff. So then if you want to go a little bit further down, my secondary O2 sensor is right there. It's connected into the defouler. Real rusty looking. I hope I don't have to replace that one, but that's the secondary O2 sensor. So for starters, I'm gonna take my little butane torch here, guys, and I'm gonna simply just heat up around the edge of the O2 sensor to kind of get some rust and crap out of there. I highly doubt that did anything, guys, but you know what? Some heat is better than no heat, right? So I'm gonna go ahead and spray some PB Blaster on this now. PB Blaster settling. I'm gonna go ahead and disconnect my connection right here, because when I go to twist the old O2 sensor out, I don't want to mess up any wiring with this. So I'm gonna just unplug that like so. Could leave this part hanging right here. That's the Skunk 2 adapter piece. It's my connector piece to the upstream O2 sensor. That's the Skunk 2 piece, this wire right here. And if you look back there, I have mine pretty much zip tied to an existing line, and then it just connects right up to the top there. Pull this piece through here, plug my O2 sensor piece on, lock it on like so. Look at that. Came right off, guys. Somehow mine came off literally with like one try. Just working on getting this thing off still. You just gotta work with it, twist it around. For the true test, let's see how shot this thing looks, guys. It's like a solid coating of just carbon on that thing, so that might be one of the like contributing factors on why it threw a CEL or whatnot. But I'm just happy that this thing is finally off. The port right there on the side of the header, threads right in right there. Skunk 2 Alpha. Let me just show you guys what this looks like out here. Look at that. Oh my god, look at how black that thing is, guys. So before, after. Can we just take a second and look at the difference between the two? That is absolutely crazy, guys. Look at that difference. For you guys, go ahead and install your new O2 sensor. You could see, if you look up close, there is a little bit of never sees on the end of the threads right there, like right over here. But what we're gonna do, because I absolutely just love this stuff, is we're gonna take some copper never sees and we're gonna apply a very little amount, pretty much to right where those threads are. Right on the threads, guys. Be careful not to get it on anything that you're not supposed to. All right, and as you can see, it's kind of hard to see that, but I just spread a little bit around. I applied it literally all around. So I gotta hurry up though, I'm freaking losing daylight here. Love wrenching, man, wrenching in the dark. The O2 sensor right here. Easiest part of the whole job pretty much is taking the old sensor off, guys. It can actually be kind of a pain to get the new one on, but you need to be very careful with this thing because not only can you bend the wire, you gotta be extremely careful. Getting this new one in can be kind of complicated. Once you start your threading, you do not want to bend this wire because that's how you end up screwing O2 sensors up. Finally have the thread started. It was kind of hard to get it started for me some reason, but as we're tightening this O2 sensor up, you want to carefully feed the wire around each rotation because you want to do your best and try not to like twist or bend any wires because these things are really freaking sensitive, so you can end up screwing something up. You rotate it and you feed this wire up through here and you just keep repeating that, but you just feed it right through every rotation. So this thing's starting to get tight. Actually, I think it did get tight. So once it's tight, guys, we're gonna go ahead and put our O2 sensor extension on there and we're gonna tighten it just like this for right now before we go ahead and plug it into the harness, because if it's plugged in, it could actually put tension on the wire and we don't want that. So we're just gonna tighten it by hands, gently. When you tighten it up, don't be afraid to back it off just to see how tight you really are going. I always do that when I'm torquing something or tightening something down. I just back it off to see how easy it will come back off. And you guys need to keep in mind that it's very important to put that never sees on the O2 sensor threading only, because this thing is exposed to like everything, guys. You got contamination under here, you have heat. Heat is the huge factor, guys. Like heat eventually like seizes stuff on. So just over time around this whole like socket piece right here, you're just gonna get all kind of corrosion and everything in there. So it's crucial to keep the threads like semi-lubricated so that it will come off with ease next time. All right, guys, so that is on. Once you're done installing the O2 sensor, trying to figure out how I want to connect these wires. If I want to like zip tie them up to this line right here, or just take this and go in between this. But I have a lot of play right here, as you could see. I think this one's longer than my older one, so I got to figure out something to do here because I don't want this just hanging like that. All right, that should be good for right now. Just hanging right there. It's not really flush against anything except for this piece right here. Just reconnect your battery and tighten it down. It's a 10 millimeter. Oh, it's super dark, but we're in the whip and it's time for the initial startup. So let's see if this thing starts with no check engine light after 2 weeks of not driving this thing. All right, so here goes nothing. Oh yeah. Dude, your boy is stoked right now. This thing even seems like it's way smoother than it was, because when I would start it up before, the RPMs would just shoot up to like 3K and then they would drop, and you could tell that the idle was bouncing up and down,